Have you ever caught yourself replaying the same moment again and again, wondering what you should have said, or what you could have done better? That endless loop in your head where every thought feels heavier than the last. That's overthinking, the silent storm that never stops. Even when you want peace, it steals your sleep, your focus, and your confidence. But what if I told you there's a way to quiet that storm? Today's story will show you how one person learned to stop overthinking and finally took control of their mind. Overthinking doesn't always begin loud. Sometimes, it starts with one small worry: what if I fail? And before you know it, your mind builds 1,000 new fears from that single thought. You begin to question your choices, your worth, even your future. At night, you lie awake replaying conversations, imagining outcomes that haven't even happened. The more you think, the less you live. And slowly, your peace turns into pressure. Many people believe that overthinking means you care more, but in truth, it means you're stuck in the past or scared of the future. You start to forget the only place you can truly live, the present moment. Let me tell you a story of someone who went through this same battle. A man who learned, sometimes painfully, that thinking too much can cost you the life you want to live. There was once a young man named Ethan. He was kind, careful, and thoughtful, maybe a little too thoughtful. Ethan wanted every choice in life to be perfect. Before sending a message, he rewrote it 10 times. Before making a decision, he imagined every possible outcome: the good, the bad, and even the impossible. He thought he was being responsible, but in truth, he was drowning in his own thoughts. At first, it didn't seem like a problem. His friends admired him for being cautious, but slowly, Ethan started to feel trapped. He spent more time thinking about living than actually living. He would sit in front of his laptop for hours, staring at the screen, unable to start his work because he wanted everything to be just right. His heart was full of ideas, but his feet never moved. Days passed, projects failed, in relationships slipped away. He told himself, "I just need more time to think." But deep down, he knew the more he thought, the further he drifted from action. Ethan's mind had become a prison, and he didn't even realize he held the key. One evening, after another long day of doing nothing but thinking, Ethan went for a walk. The city was quiet, the streets half lit, and his mind was louder than ever. Every step felt heavy with regret for the things he hadn't done, the words he hadn't said, the chances he had watched slip away. He sat down on a bench near an old park, staring at the empty path ahead. Just then, an elderly man sitting nearby spoke softly. "You look like someone who's been fighting a war inside his head." Ethan was surprised but nodded. "I can't stop thinking," he said. "No matter what I do, my mind keeps running." The old man smiled gently. "My boy," he said, "thinking helps you prepare, but overthinking only stops you from living. You're trying to cross a bridge that doesn't even exist yet." Those words hit Ethan deeply. For the first time, he realized his thoughts weren't helping him. They were holding him hostage. He thanked the man and walked home, still hearing that one line echo in his mind: "Thinking helps. Overthinking kills." That night, for the first time in months, Ethan didn't think. He simply slept. The next morning felt different. The sun rose the same way, but something inside Ethan had shifted. He realized he didn't need to fight every thought, he just needed to stop feeding them. At work, instead of overanalyzing every decision, he told himself, "Just do the next right thing." When doubt crept in, he reminded himself of the old man's words: "Thinking helps. Overthinking kills." He began to notice how much time he had been wasting worrying about things that never even happened. He started small. He spoke up in meetings instead of waiting for the perfect sentence. He sent messages without rewriting them 10 times. He took walks without checking his phone, allowing his mind to rest. Each small action gave him back a little piece of peace. Slowly, Ethan began to feel lighter, not because life had changed, but because he had. He realized control wasn't about predicting the future. It was about accepting the present, and the more he acted, the quieter his mind became. Ethan was no longer trapped in his thoughts. He was living again. Ethan's journey taught him something powerful. Overthinking doesn't make you wiser. It only makes you tired. It keeps you stuck between what was and what could be. while stealing away what is. He learned that clarity doesn't come from thinking more, it comes from doing. When he finally started taking small actions, life began to respond. Things that once felt impossible slowly started falling into place. He understood that mistakes weren't the end of the world, they were proof that he was moving forward. Overthinking is fear pretending to be logic. It tells you you're being careful when in truth, you're just standing still. And if you wait for the perfect moment, it may never come. Ethan realized peace isn't found in controlling every thought, but in trusting yourself enough to take the next step. Overthinking will whisper that you're not ready, not good enough, not sure yet, but that voice lies. You don't need to have everything figured out to begin. You just need to take one step and then another. Remember, you are not your thoughts, you are the one who chooses which thoughts to follow. Let go of the ones that hold you back. Start today, not tomorrow. Think less, live more, because sometimes the greatest peace doesn't come from solving every problem. It comes from trusting yourself to face life as it comes.